DogWorks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com.
Start your day tomorrow with The Daily Dog with Michelle Forto, the morning podcast on DogWorks Radio. Apple Podcast reviewer Patty Christensen calls it funny, smart, and filled with all the info I want to know about dogs. I love this show. Wake up with The Daily Dog. Available on DogWorks Radio on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your shows.
From two beautifully scenic and historic locations, the Hudson Valley, New York, and Willow, Alaska, this is the Sibe Vibe, brought to you by DogWorks Radio. Your hosts are author, journalist, and photographer, the Five Sibes mom, Dorothy Wills-Raftery, and DogWorks Radio executive producer, canine behaviorist, trainer, and lead musher of Team Aneke, Robert Forto. The Sibe Vibe is all about the magnificent breed of the Siberian Husky. From training to grooming, and for those who show and breed, from parenting to playing and rescuing Huskies in need, whether mushing over snow-covered trails or lounging on tropical shores, even for Hollywood Sibes on the big silver screen, and so very much more. If it's about a Siberian Husky, we'll chat about it here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sibe Vibe on DogWorks Radio. I'm your host, Dorothy Wills-Raftery, calling in from the beautiful and currently very snowy Hudson Valley, New York. International Purple Day for Epilepsy is observed on March 26 each year, and here at the Five Sibes we highlight awareness on canine epilepsy. Before introducing today's guest and our very important announcement, I'd like to give a little information on Purple Day. First, the color purple was chosen because lavender is the international color of epilepsy awareness. In 2008, a 9-year-old girl with epilepsy named Cassidy Megan of Nova Scotia, Canada, along with the Epilepsy Association of Nova Scotia, EANS, founded Purple Day. In 2009, the New York-based Anita Kaufman Foundation, AKF, and EANS teamed up to launch Purple Day internationally, and they encourage people from all over the globe to go purple in support of epilepsy awareness. Today's guest is Ann Marie Bezuyen, author, epilepsy advocate, and the director of special projects for the Anita Kaufman Foundation. Their mission is to educate the public not to fear epilepsy and seizures. The Anita Kaufman Foundation is a global sponsor for the largest epilepsy awareness initiative in the world, Purple Day, which Ann Marie helps coordinate worldwide. Her programs include Heads Up for Vets in collaboration with the Department of Veterans Affairs Epilepsy Centers of Excellence, and as program director, she also supervises the Anita Kaufman Foundation's sibling space program, Lavender Project, 5th grade educational program, Lace Up for Epilepsy program, the Great Purple Cupcake Project for Epilepsy Awareness, and the brand new Pause for Purple Project. I met Ann Marie through my canine epilepsy advocacy, which was inspired by my dog Gibson, a Siberian Husky diagnosed with idiopathic canine epilepsy, and I have participated in Purple Day for many years. I became an ambassador, and Gibson an ambassador dog, advocating for epi-dogs, that's dogs with epilepsy across the world, along with many friends and fur friends who all go purple in support. Ann Marie has been an epilepsy advocate and educator since 1995. She's extremely passionate about eliminating stigma through the educational awareness programs, and to that end, she coordinates epilepsy trainings in person and nationally and internationally via Skype. She works daily with persons with epilepsy and their families on an individual basis. Ann Marie is also the author of several research papers, magazine, and newspaper articles. This March 26th, Ann Marie and I have such an exciting announcement, and I really wish I had a drum roll sound effect right now, but I am so proud to announce that I, along with my Five Sibes Live Give Strong Canine Epilepsy Awareness Campaign, have partnered with the Anita Kaufman Foundation, and we are launching on this Purple Day 2018 the new #PauseForPurple program. Now that's hashtag pause, the number 4, purple. And Pause for Purple is the first Anita Kaufman Foundation canine epilepsy program. It is an educational movement to help shine an even brighter light on awareness of dogs that live with epilepsy, as I said, also known as epidogs. This is inspired, as I said, by my Siberian Husky Gibson, who, after being hospitalized for a sudden onset of grand mal and cluster seizures shortly after he turned 3 in 2009, I decided to share our inspirational and, yes, sometimes frightening and uncertain journey with others in the hopes of helping to shine a light on the beautiful, amazing faces of canine epilepsy. He was also the inspiration behind my book, Epic Dog Tales, heartfelt stories about amazing dogs living and loving life with canine epilepsy, as well as the What's Wrong with Gibson, learning about canine epilepsy, book for children. And I became an official Purple Day ambassador in 2012 and have been advocating for epidogs in my Gibbs name ever since. Canine epilepsy affects thousands of dogs of various breeds and mixes across the globe, but seizures do not stop these amazing dogs from living and loving life. Once upon a time, not too long ago, the recommended, and I do air quotes, treatment for a dog with seizures was euthanasia, and that is so not the case today, as there is much more information, clinical trials, therapies, medications, and nutritional recommendations to help dogs with seizures live a life enjoying the same activities as dogs who do not have epilepsy. It is also my continued hope to let folks know they are not alone. There is much support and information available, and now we do have the information here also, Pause for Purple, that we'll be talking about. We hope to encourage people to not be afraid of adopting a dog with canine epilepsy. So let's get talking purple. Hi, Ann Marie. Welcome to the Sibe Vibe.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here.
It is so wonderful to have you here. And before we talk about our exciting Pause for Purple program, I wanted to give our listeners a little background on the Anita Kaufman Foundation and some history about its namesake, Anita Kaufman herself. How and when did epilepsy awareness and the foundation come about?
Well, Anita Kaufman was an absolutely fabulous attorney, educated, had a wonderful full life. But as a result of falling off a horse when she was 10 years old, as an adult, she developed post-traumatic epilepsy. And she often felt that the seizures that, the stigma that she felt were far worse than the actual seizures themselves. So she left her entire estate to her very best friend and our executive director, Deborah Josephs, to begin a foundation that focused solely on educating the people about what epilepsy is and what epilepsy is not, and how you can support a person who has seizures. And that's pretty much how we began. And every year we add new programs and new outreach and make sure that we are growing along with the need for the growing information about epilepsy.
Now, March 26th is Purple Day, but it is also the Anita Kaufman Foundation's Purple Day Everyday initiative. Can you explain to our readers the distinction, collaboration, and what it means?
Sure. As you spoke about earlier, we are collaborating with the Epilepsy Association of Nova Scotia as global sponsors for Purple Day. And we here in the United States realized, after listening to the many people who called in to us asking for help, that it was really necessary to have Purple Day go every day. Why do we need to miss a health fair in April or a school fair in September? People were asking us, can we purple up our table for the health fair? Can the kids wear purple in June to highlight epilepsy when they're having their sports day? So we decided that we would just say, Purple Day is wonderful, and it's great to have that one day where you celebrate people with epilepsy so that they know that they're not alone. But we can't avoid and don't want to miss out on any opportunity. So let's just say we'll make Purple Day every day. And that's what we did.
Excellent. And you've been an advocate for epilepsy since 1995. Why is this so important to you?
Well, I'm a former teacher, and I saw how difficult it was for children with any disability who are bullied in any way. And I felt that epilepsy, since I had seizures when I was a baby, I outgrew them by the time I was 5 years old, but it left a mark on me, and I wanted to see what I could do as an educator to help people with epilepsy, especially children who are really struggling, getting through every day at school, hoping that they don't have a seizure, wanting to fit in, really not being overcome by isolation or the unpredictability of a seizure and how it might affect their day. So I'm really very passionate about helping new children who are diagnosed with epilepsy and adults who are already ensconced in their lives with their careers, and all of a sudden they're faced with maybe specific challenges to even career, marriage, having a family, because they have epilepsy and the stigma that might carry with it.
And you know, I think a lot of folks don't think about this extending over into the animal world, and a lot of what you said there, I mean, it does change the dynamic of a family that has to deal with the person who is living with it, because you are all living with it. It's frightening. You need to give each other support. You know, schedules, I know in the dog world there are specific schedules for medication that folks have to adhere to. You meet with and support and help so many folks with epilepsy. Have you ever come across any canines with it?
Absolutely. And the empathy that I have is really no less. I have dogs in my family that are my family, that are children in my family. I call them I call them my grandpuppies. And I know that there is a very clear and important and distinct connection in a family when a dog or a cat or any animal has a seizure and then may develop epilepsy. So when I talk to the parent of a puppy, it's exactly the same way as it would be talking to a parent of a child. The empathy and the understanding and the understanding of how it really changes the family dynamics, as you said, the daily routine, and how there is a fear that's involved with that very difficult diagnosis. It can be very challenging.
Absolutely. And that leads us to something that I've been so excited to announce since we met last year. We began working on Pause for Purple. And it's such an honor to have my Five Sibes Live Give Strong Canine Epilepsy Awareness and Educational Campaign partner with the Anita Kaufman Foundation. It's a huge step for epi dogs everywhere. And the visibility for awareness of dogs living with epilepsy now through your organization as well is just monumental. So a real heartfelt thank you so much for your
you're so welcome. We're as excited as you are.
It's been so exciting. It's been very hard to keep this from my readers and my listeners, but it's so worth it. You know, the interest, care, and the support of epi dogs that both you and Deborah have shown is amazing. And I have to ask, you know, especially for our readers and listeners, what initially moved you to be open to including my information about canine epilepsy on your site as one of your programs?
Well, I have to say your passion. Your passion and your understanding and your willingness to take those extra steps to really ensure that everyone in the community who has a dog with epilepsy has a place to go for information, because there is very little information out there. Your information is secure, it's well procured, it's very easy to get. You make sure that there are possibilities for conversations, there's blogs. All of that really drew me to the fact that I felt you would be such a great partner, and this is really so needed because there's very little in the way of support for canine epilepsy. We wanted to be a part of that.
And I'm so glad that you are. I'm so over the moon about our partnership. For anyone who is tuning in, this is the Sibe Vibe on DogWorks Radio, and we are talking with Ann Marie Bezuyen, the Director of Special Projects for the Anita Kaufman Foundation based in New York. The Anita Kaufman Foundation is the global sponsor for Purple Day, and our Five Sibes Live Give Strong partner for the new first ever Anita Kaufman Foundation Canine Epilepsy Program, hashtag Pause for Purple. You can check out more about Pause for Purple on the purpledayeveryday.org website, and you can pull down, they have a tab for programs, or if you want the straight URL, it's http://purpledayeveryday.org/pause-4-purple. For more info on Purple Day, please visit purpleday.org and the Anita Kaufman Foundation at akfus.org. And be sure to follow us at 5sibes.com and check out my special section on Live Good Strong Canine Epilepsy Awareness. Links to all of the resources we talk about in today's show will be listed on our March 2018 episode page at dogworksradio.com/the-Sibe-Vibe. Now, Ann Marie, after meeting and numerous consultations with both you and Deborah Josephs, who we had mentioned earlier, had been best friends with Anita Kaufman since 3rd grade, and she is the executive director of the Anita Kaufman Foundation, I am just so thrilled that you worked with me to create really beautiful informational flyers and bookmarks based on my vet-approved information about canine epilepsy and your very talented designers. I know it is our hope that this important and valuable information will be helpful for families, rescues, foster shelters, and veterinarian offices across the globe. What does it mean for and to the Anita Kaufman Foundation to be able to have this information to share with caregivers of EpiDogs?
Well, as with all of our programs, we really want to make materials that are, all of the materials on our website feature people with epilepsy. And what we're encouraging everyone to do with the 5-Sibes program with is to go to our website. You can literally print out the flyers on our website and take them to your vet's office. Or if you would like, you can email me at annmarie@akfus.org, and we will mail you either the bookmarks or the flyers to send out and give out to your veterinarians so that they have the information about you, Dorothy, and how people can get more information about canine epilepsy and really spread the word that canines with epilepsy have every expectation of having a wonderful life, can be a fabulous, loving pet.
That's true. That is our message, and that is amazing and wonderful. And, you know, I want to add to it veterinarian offices, and I hope also the animal emergency clinics think about it, rescues, foster parents, shelters. These are all wonderful pieces of information to have on hand. You may have a dog that has epilepsy or seizures that you're trying to find a home for in your shelter or in your rescue. And these are wonderful handouts to give to potential adopters of a dog that has canine epilepsy, and it kind of is like a resource that they can take home with them, and if they have any questions, because a lot of times when a dog has a seizure, I know when Gibson had his, only MySpace was out at the time, so we're very limited amount of information or for reaching out and networking, and over the years I have journaled our journey with epilepsy for our readers over on my blog, but and I also wrote the 2 books because I felt people really need to have a resource, somewhere to go. I was fortunate that I connected with a girl through MySpace who was a nurse and had a dog that had epilepsy, and she literally reached out for me from Texas and said, "I'm here, let me help you, let me guide you," and she was an amazing resource for me. And I thought, if I was scared when Gibson had his first seizure and I didn't know what to do at that time, and this woman, she reached out to help me, I really wanted to pay it forward because I know there are other people out there who have that same fear, and having this information now through the Anita Kaufman Foundation for Pause for Purple is amazing. And there'll be a photo I'm going to be posting that's going to be showing the bookmarks. It'll be in our blog, but please definitely go over to purpledayeveryday.org and check these out for yourself, the downloadable flyers and bookmarks. And I want to talk about them a little bit more because I am so honored. Gibson is the role model of one of the bookmarks, and I know Gibson, a lot of folks followed him, and I was so touched by their love for him. And they're pretty cool. It kind of gives a little bit about Gibson, and then on the back of the bookmark we talk about canine epilepsy, first aid kit. So they're very handy in that way. There are flyers that have more information. So I am thrilled that, both Gibson and my 5 Sibes are featured as faces of canine epilepsy awareness. And I want to give a shout out to Gibson's amazing lead vet, Dr. Arnold Rugg, who is the medical director and owner of the Kingston Animal Hospital in New York, for his consultation regarding the information I wrote for Paws for Purple. He and his team were always there for us and so essential in Gibson's ongoing treatment and care for the almost 7 years Gibson lived with epilepsy. Ann Marie, where and how can these informational Paws for Purple bookmarks and flyer pieces be used?
Well, I can't imagine that anyone who has a dog with epilepsy would not want to have that on hand. So it's also very good to give to the caregivers. I know my daughter has her dogs go to a person with a home and a big backyard who takes care of their dogs when they are away, and I'm sure that it would be great to have that information handy to give out to anyone who may be in contact with the dog. It's really, really important for people to know what to do in case the puppy has a seizure. You want to be informed, and you want people who come in contact with your puppy to know exactly what to do as well. So I would imagine that there are a million ways and a million uses for this very important information. And I'm hoping that some of your listeners will send me messages and ask to have packets sent to them and possibly give us ideas about who else in the community should know a little bit about canine epilepsy. Possibly it's the police and fire department. You just never know who might benefit.
Absolutely. And, we probably should cover a very important question, because I'm sure there's some listeners who are thinking this. Is there any cost involved with receiving these packets for the bookmarks and the flyers?
There is no cost involved. Of course, we are a nonprofit organization, and we would really appreciate a small donation just to cover the process and the handling of the packets that we send to you. But there is no required cost for this information.
Okay, readers, there's no reason not to get them, so be sure to check out, purpledayeveryday.org. Look under the programs for #Paws for Purple and order your packets. I also understand that our Paws for Purple information will be featured at your informational booth on March 25th at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Can you tell us briefly about that event and debuting our Paws for Purple there?
Yes, we are very, very excited about this event. The past several years, we've had walks at the Mall of America to celebrate Purple Day. This year, we're moving the Purple Day extravaganza to the Contemporary Hotel and then Epcot. The morning is going to have a beautiful brunch with Mickey and Minnie, and there will be entertainment there. A beautiful young singer and a wonderful guitarist with epilepsy are going to be there to entertain. There's going to be a replica of Spaceship Earth, which is the big globe at Epcot, and we're all going to then spend the day at the park and then go over to Epcot in the evening and see Spaceship Earth turn purple for epilepsy, and we'll have a large group photo there. But at the Contemporary in the morning, we're going to have posters and flyers and bookmarks all about the 5 Sibes program, so that we make sure that everyone who attends has this information that they can take back with them. We're very excited to be able to launch this event at the 10th anniversary party in Disney for Purple Day.
I'm so excited. That is so wonderful. Now, I have to tell you, I've never been to Florida, so it's pretty cool to think my 5 Sibes are, in a sense, are going to be there with you in Florida. So for this very, very important and monumental event.
Yes, I have to tell you that we're going to do Disney again next year, because there is just a huge response for everyone wanting to get together in Florida. So please have your listeners take note to watch our website, and they might just want to come down and join us again next year.
This sounds wonderful. And I know you'll be taking photos and be sharing those with everyone. So we're really looking forward to seeing all of the events that you're talking about there, and the Going of Purple, and of course the booth that'll contain the Pause for Purple. So it'll be very exciting. We can stay tuned and look for those.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, on Purple Day, which we stated earlier is March 26th, we here at Five Sibes are hosting our 4th annual Live Give Strong Purple Day blog hop with 2 amazing canine epilepsy advocate co-hosts over at myfivesibes.blogspot.com, where folks can link up to share their Purple Day photos, blog posts, website information, social media posts, etc. That blog that day will be having a lot more information here on the Pause for Purple with the Anita Kaufman Foundation. So please go check that out. That's going to actually be going live at 12:01 Eastern Standard Time on March 26th, and it will stay open for a week. So if you're busy, if you happen to be in Florida at the event, don't feel like you don't have time to post. I'm leaving the link will be open all week after, and we welcome photos and stories from everyone, humans, canines, any pet with epilepsy. And yes, there are cats, horses, and bunnies who also have epilepsy. So we're also in partnership with that, we are co-hosting a Facebook #Pets for Purple Day online event that is going on from now until March 26th with the same co-hosts, and they are Kimberly Matcham and her EpiDog Rollo from Confessions of a Rescue Mom blog, and Jean Ann Barnaby and her EpiDog Olivia from Naughty Toys for Good Dogs, and myself in honor of Gibson. Now, the online Facebook event can be searched by typing in the Facebook search bar Purple Day for Epilepsy 2018. Listeners can also find a link posted on my Five Sibes Siberian Husky Canine News and Reviews Facebook page. And we invite everyone to come share their stories, purple pics, if you baked a purple cake, if your pet's in a purple bandana, whatever you would like to share, come on over and share it there on that page. Go ahead and post. And we're also posting important links to canine epilepsy for others to read. So please also bookmark that page, because it'll become a great archive of information even after the date. Ann Marie, what other types of events are going on for Purple Day? I noticed on your tab you have quite a few. And do you have any ideas you can share to help folks go purple?
Absolutely. One of the things that we have is the Great Purple Cupcake Project for Epilepsy Awareness. There are purple cupcake sales all over the globe. People are raising awareness by handing out a purple confection of some kind. We don't want to limit anybody to cupcakes. Cake pops are very important right now, and so are purple frosted cookies. But with every sweet treat that goes out, we give our participants bookmarks with seizure first aid for them to hand out. We invite everyone to just wear purple, talk purple, put a little streak of purple in your hair. I'm going to have that on Purple Day. What the purple does, and the reason for the purple, is to start the conversation. Mm-hmm. We want people to ask, why are you selling purple cupcakes? Why are you wearing a purple shirt? Why are you wearing a purple tie with a red shirt? Why are you doing that? And then you say, I'm doing that because I really want to highlight the need for more information and awareness about epilepsy. And then be prepared to answer questions and let people know that having epilepsy is sometimes a challenge, but it's a challenge that can be met. And the most important thing to do is to know that and to know how to help a person, a puppy, a bunny, anyone who's having a seizure. And that's what the Anita Kaufman Foundation is all about. We are the global sponsor of Purple Day, but we are the only organization in the world that focuses solely on letting people know how to help someone having a seizure. We're only about awareness. So raise awareness. Send me your ideas. Let me know what you've been able to do and how you've used your purple to spread awareness. The ideas are limitless.
Absolutely. And I know, Anita, we both say, send us your pictures. We want to highlight them. We both have Facebook pages, their social media. Make sure the Anita Kaufman Foundation sees your photos. Be sure that I do over at Five Sibes, post them over on our epilepsy, on our awareness page over on Facebook. Send them to me, through the Five Sibes page. I'll be highlighting any photos anybody's sending me of their pets when purple. If you want to make your pet a purple bone cake, whatever you like to do, we definitely want to see your photos, what you're doing, and we'll be sharing them with everybody. Ann Marie.
Yes, the more that you can do to highlight the purple in epilepsy awareness, what you're really doing is giving people ideas and letting people know that they can get involved as well. And it really isn't that difficult to be a Purple Day ambassador.
That's right. And, to be a Purple Day ambassador, anyone can be one. You don't have to have epilepsy. You don't have to have a pet or family member that have epilepsy. Ambassadors help us get the word out to everyone to bring awareness. And if you're in a conversation and they ask questions and you're not sure what to say, send them over to the Anita Kaufman Foundation. Send them over to purpledayeveryday.org. Send them over to fivesibes.com if it's about a dog. We're more than happy to get any kind of information or direct them to where they need to go. And the Anita Kaufman Foundation is really a one-stop shop for information. You guys do so much great things, and I'm so proud.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud and honored that our Five Sibes Live Give Strong Pause for Purple program is through you. So thank you so much.
We're thrilled to have you on board, for sure.
Ann Marie, it's been wonderful having you on the Side Vibe today.
Yes, thank you. Wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. And thank you so much for all you do for advocating for those living with epilepsy, both human and canine. And here's to a wonderful, widespread Purple Day.
Thank you. We're hoping, we're sure it's going to be that, especially with your help. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. And thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of the Sibe Vibe on DogWorks Radio, and we'll be back next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you know that Alaska DogWorks trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michelle Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska DogWorks on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.
Hi, this is Alex Stein, co-host of Mushing Radio on DogWorks Radio. We just completed our first storytelling season on the 1925 Serum Run. Almost 100 years later, the 1925 Serum Run is something that is still inspirational, amazing, and in many ways larger than life. We've gathered all of these episodes together on one page to make it easier for you to listen to them in order. Just go to dogworksradio.com/serumrun. That's SERUMRUN, no space, dogworksradio.com/serumrun. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Dogworks Radio at Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever it is that you go to listen to podcasts.
If you like our podcast, there are a few things you can do. You can take a couple of minutes and go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. You can also check out all of our DogWorks Radio sponsors and promotions in our show notes. Another thing you can do is go over to Facebook, like our Facebook page, and one last thing, please tell all of your friends by spreading the word about DogWorks Radio. Thank you so much for listening to us. We really appreciate you.
DogWorks Radio is produced by Robert Forto. Logo art by Angry Squirrel Studios. DogWorks Radio is produced in conjunction with KVRF 89.7 in Palmer, Alaska.
For dog training advice, you can contact Alaska DogWorks at 907-841-1686 or visit their website at alaskadogworks.com. If you have a show idea or would like to be a guest, please contact us by sending an email to live@dogworksradio.com.